this will be a follow-up on my thoughts of the state of play, especially for Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. In that video, I said that there was going to be two versions, a original version and an enhanced version. And a lot of people, including myself, assumed, I know, that it's going to be the PS1 version and then the PSP version. However, it's been revealed by a VIA interview that Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, it's just based on the PS1 version, which is not bad, but I'll explain it later. And that you can either play it as the original PS1 version, which is very unbalanced and hard, or quality of life enhanced version. But the downside, it does not include any content from the PSP version, War of the Lion, which a lot of people believe that's the definitive version. I have it. I played it. It is fun with a lot of the new content, the cutscene. I love that. The reason for it was apparently that the people behind the Ivalice Chronicles are the people who did the original version. Apparently, with the PSP, it was actually different people. Either they moved on, they went to a different company. I don't know, but the team for the PSP version, War of the Lion, they're not there anymore to some extent. And the people who are working for the Ivalice Chronicles are the original team. And the belief is that they don't know anything about the PSP, lack of knowledge, maybe. I don't know about the experience part, but to some extent that they don't know anything about the PSP version. I mean, like I said, it's kind of like I talk about this in a different video, that when I asked Zan Dragoon and Rob Diesel, can you guys play Dark Road Valkyrie? And a lot of people said that Zan Dragoon at a time, while working at Idea Factory, kind of hesitant to play that game because she has no knowledge of the game. She doesn't know about the game, so she really can't talk about the game. So she's trying to hesitate to play it. It is what it is. It's sort of like that, maybe, but I could be wrong, that the people who are working for this game only knew about the PS1. Again, it is what it is. It is an unfortunate. Also, they said was, when they're doing this remastered game, the enhanced version, apparently, according to the director, Kazutoyo Mahihiro, he said that the original source code and master game apparently got lost. Sounds familiar? To some extent, yes. So he said that the game source code and the master game disappeared. They don't know what happened. I mean, I know it's weird. And that for the enhanced version, they had to do it by sheer force. I'm guessing what it means is building it from the ground up to some extent, trying to remember what it is. They probably have the asset, but to some extent, when it comes to the coding, they don't have it. And of course, like I said, the master game, they probably think they don't have it. And like I said, the reason I said it sounds familiar, that's what happened with Final Fantasy VIII. The reason it took so long for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered for modern platform, they said that they lost the source code. Another one, believe it or not, is the Collection of Mana game, exclusive for the Switch, which is Adventure Mana, Secret Mana, Trial Mana in its original version. I mean, if you have multiple console and you have the Vita, you can play the remake for Adventure Mana. When it comes to Secret Mana and Trial Mana, it's on the PS4. I mean, I always say play the newer version than the original, but that's beside the point. That's also sort of a story, that one, that to some extent, the reason they couldn't even make that multi-platform is they lost the original game and the source code, and that it only works on a Nintendo architect. So if they're trying to put in a, say, PlayStation, it's not going to work. I don't know, but that's the story. So the follow-up is that when it comes to Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, it is a modern take of a classic PlayStation 1 game. However, it will only be based on the PS1 with a lot of quality of life enhanced. When it comes to the content for War of the Lion, it's not there. But can they still rectify this? Possibly. They can add it in as a VIA update, or if you want to be dick about it, pay DLC to some extent. They still can do it, but it might take longer. A lot of people even suggest that why not just delay the game if you're not going to put the War of the Lion, because that's what people wanted. Delay the game so you can put it in, take more time, but it is what it is. I don't know what the rules in Square Enix, what's the reason why they're releasing it on September, but as of right now, once the game comes out on September 2025, it is just going to be an enhanced version of the PS1, not War of the Lion. So that is the follow-up on it. Sort of a correction, because a lot of people thought it was going to be the PS1 and PSP version. But no, it's just the PS1 version. Either play it on its original version or an enhanced version. So with that, I'll see you guys later.